Okay, in Brazil, with my popcorn, having just seen the boxing, I'm now going to attempt to explain how to do a cash flow projection with popcorn, having Britain take a bronze in in the medals, and our girl get through to the final. You ready? Right. You probably need to be in front of a computer, and I probably need to remember exactly how we do this thing. So, why cash flow? Because cash flow is the thing that kills people in business. It's not particularly profit, it's much more cash flow. Do they run out of money rather than are they doing profitable projects? And I've seen it time and time again. Of course, property just sucks every second of your money up. So property is like such a big cash flow suck bag, it's unbelievable. So you need to, as a property investor, particularly at the beginning, but also, you know, even now I'm doing much bigger projects, I still need to project out, because like any good property investor, I've always got more deals than cash, always. And therefore, how do I make sure that I keep my company healthy while we buy the property? I hope you can hear me. So I might go down a side street in a minute. So we just, I mean, these days we actually project out using our accountancy online system. We use a system called Xero, X-E-R-O, find it really, really good. So I'm in Brazil, our bookkeeper Rachel did the books on Wednesday. I can click in and just check out where we're at exactly and what our projections are as well. However, when I started, I used Excel spreadsheets. So simple. I mean, everything in my business was Excel spreadsheets. And what you do is, column 1, popcorn 1, the date. Column 2, like the property. And column 3, like the code name, like maybe you'd want to call it rent. Oh, exciting. Maybe you'd want to call it rent, or, you know, insurance or mortgage, or, you know, just whatever it's called. And then column 4, you want to put plus or minus. So if it's money coming in, then it's obviously plus. So you put your rent, you know, so the first of the month, whatever the properties say, Brixton Road, and then you put a plus as Brixton Road rent, and then like, so my rent is like 1,200 for Brixton Road. And then you would put, say you paid your mortgage for Brixton Road on the 8th of the month, you would put the 8th of the month, you put the property Brixton Road, and then you'd say mortgage in the next column, and then you put minus, and I can't remember my mortgage actually, but let's just say it's £500 just to keep life easy. And you just continue doing that. So things like insurance, if you pay your insurance monthly, I actually pay mine annually, but you might not. Repairs, I want you to take 10% repairs. So whatever your rent is, I want you to take 10% off for repairs, just because statistically you're gonna spend it, you just don't know when. And just look at any other income and outgoings of your business. Now, I don't want you to do 1 month, that's like super boring. I want you to go, right, what are all my stable incomes and outgoings of a business for 18 months? So let's say we took that property, Brixton Road. I would put on the first column, the date, I would put the 1st of August, the 1st of September, the 1st of October. Oh, you having a conversation? I think they're fighting about fighting, if you see what I mean. I think it's about the Olympics. They're having a great conversation. So what you would do is you would put the 1st of October, 1st of August, 1st of September, 1st of October, 1st of November, 1st of December on for like say 18 months. And then you would actually put, you know, for your rent, and then the next thing you would say was like, okay, what's my mortgage? And you stick that in 18 times. Now it sounds really boring, but what it means is you think, okay, what's everything? And I put it 18 times over with different dates. And then you can sort, you know, the kind of little lower arrow that you get in an Excel spreadsheet that you can sort. You sort your date thing by, so the first column, which is the date, by the date, if you see what I mean. And then suddenly all of this stuff cascades down, and you suddenly see on the right hand column your ups and downs in cash flow. Now, using Excel spreadsheet, I actually make it any negative turn red, so I can immediately kind of go and have a bit of a low level coronary, and then go, right, okay, I see I've got a problem in 9 months time, how am I going to fix it? So just to conclude, you've got column 1 date, column 2 property, column 3 item, like say rent or mortgage or whatever it is, and column 4 is either the plus money coming in or the minus money coming out. I want you to put 18 of each of those things in, so 18 rents, 18 mortgages, 18 10% repair set aside, 18 of the management costs, and then either one or a split of insurance, and then make sure you put in something for voids. I mean, I only let my guys have 5 days void in my entire portfolio, but you might want to be a bit less brutal than that. And then sort it by the first column, which is date, and that shows you your cash flow. What you can then do, if you're a total uber geek like me, is then take that, copy it, and model out. You see, like, okay, so I got, like, I don't know, let's say you got 10 properties. I got 10 properties, I can model out my cash flow. Now what happens if I decide to do 4 buy to sell? What you'll see is your cash flow will go down, and then it'll go up, you know. But it will show you whether you're going to get into any real difficulty. And at that point, you've got 2 options. You either decide not to do that project, or you decide to do that project because you know ultimately it's going to be profitable, but you know that you need to fill a gap with funding, so you might raise the money privately or you might raise the money with the bank. But at least it identifies well in advance what can happen. So for me, I think it's really great to do this kind of cash flow modeling as a basis, and then say, what if I do 3 buy to sells, or what if I do, like me, 50 buy to sells, or what if I do, you know, 50 deals sourced a year? You know, what are the different components of my cash flow in and out, and I can model my business over a good couple of hours with a cup of tea, and it doesn't risk anything. You know, sit there going, 9 months later, I believe I should have done my cash flow. At least you can figure out what the problems are as well as the great moments, and then fix that problem in advance. So that is a popcorn Brazil explanation of cash flow. I hope it's really useful. See ya.